All right. Good evening. Good evening. Happy Wednesday to everyone out there in social media land. I'm your host, Andre Hayden, and I'm here to talk to you all for the next few minutes about the great wealth transfer. Listen, everybody, I want you to grab a pen and paper for all of you that are here to listen for the first time. And we're going to share some information with you on what we believe to be the greatest wealth transfer in the history of mankind. Let me say that one more time. We are in the midst of the greatest wealth transfer in the history of mankind. That's correct, folks. We're talking about showing you how to multiply your money right from your smartphone, right from your laptop, your computer, your tablet, your iPad, whatever you use as a mobile device. You now have the power to literally gain access to the world's largest financial market right from your smartphone. You see my smartphone right here, folks? It is in touch and is connected to the largest financial market in the history of mankind. It has been around for over 2,000 years. It has never closed, right? And all of the major financial experts are participants in this market. You and I, as everyday consumers, we participate in this market. Banks participate in this market. Corporations participate in this market. And yes, even governments participate in this market every single day. This financial market is 20 times larger than the entire stock market. The entire stock market does around 240 to 280 billion dollars a day in transactions. Well, this market does well over $6 trillion per day. And yes, the banks are using it to make money off of the money that you put into your bank accounts. So grab a pen and paper. I'm going to really enlighten you. If you've never heard of this before, we're going to talk about it tonight. You know, oftentimes we all look back in history and we say, hey, I wish somebody would have told me about Nike stock before Jordan came on the scene. Right? Don't you wish you could have been in on that move? Don't you wish you could have invested in Google when Google hit the market after the internet came on the scene? Don't you wish you could have been an internet millionaire by now with all of the technology and all of the new inventions that have happened? Just going back to the late 80s into the 90s, where the dot-com boom happened in the 90s. Right? Anyone who invested in Yahoo, Google, Amazon, all of these companies that are now billion-dollar corporations, don't you wish someone could have told you about that before that boom happened? You know, we're always, a day late and a dollar short, right? And so now what I'm trying to tell you, everybody, is that you're not too late for the great wealth transfer. In fact, we would dare say that less than 2%, less than 1% of the world population even know that this market exists. So you want to talk about 7 billion people on the planet, and over 99% of the world population still don't know what's going on. So we want to really pull the covers off, and we want to give you access to the great wealth transfer tonight. So grab a pen and piece of paper, and we're going to talk, facts about what's going on. 2020 has been a historic year, to say the least. We all know this, the great pandemic, the economic meltdown. But what's going to happen beyond 2020 is what we all need to be concerned about and be prepared for. All right. What is going to happen? When will the next economic collapse happen? Let me tell you, folks, the economic collapse is definitely happening in cycles, right? We can go back to 1929 when the Great Depression happened. And then 50 years later, when we had the oil embargo in the 70s. And then we had the savings and loan scandals in the 80s. And then we had Black Monday in October of 1987. But then guess what happened after that? In the year of 2000, we had the dot-com bubble burst. We saw all these internet companies, internet stocks became at an all-time high inflated rate. And for those of us who didn't know about it, Some jumped in at the tail end of that boom. And then right when you jumped in, the market crashed in 2000. And then in 2008, we had the Great Recession that happened because of all of the subprime scandals that occurred. And we saw banks closing its doors. We saw major corporations and institutions that had been in business for hundreds of years close its doors forever. And millions of Americans had to foreclose on their homes in 2008. Well, look where we are now in 2020. No one saw this coming, of course, the great pandemic that has occurred. But now look what's happening in terms of the economy as we know it today, right? Do you have the wherewithal to sustain yourselves and your families and in the aftermath of this new issue that is happening? So you see, folks, pandemics, economic downturns, they happen in cycles. This is nothing new. And we will see another economic downturn, believe me, in the future. So what do? How do you prepare? How do you get yourself in a position where you can benefit, if you will, from an economic downturn rather than suffer from it? Well, we're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to talk about the great wealth transfer. So again, grab a piece of paper and a pen. For more information, you want to go to www.alerts4cash.com. You see the ticker symbol at the bottom of the screen, www.alerts4cash.com. Get informed, because once you know, no one can take it from you. That's exactly what we're talking about. So let's get into the meat of the matter, folks. Let's talk about, where is the great wealth transfer taking place, right? Where is the great wealth transfer? What is this? What is this great wealth transfer that Andre is talking about? Right. Well, let's get into that. And let's just look at how you can benefit, if you will, from the great wealth transfer. We want to talk about something that is very, very prominent today, and that is this. We are facing challenges like never before, ladies and gentlemen. We're seeing people who have lost their jobs permanently. Did you know that over 80,000 businesses, small and medium-sized businesses, has closed its doors forever? We're talking about companies that's been around for hundreds of years. Companies like Sears, J.C. Penney's, Nordstrom's, Macy's, on and on and on, that's starting to close its doors. Did you know that American Airlines have already stated that they're laying off 19,000 employees this year? Yes, this pandemic has caused unbelievable uproar in the markets, but people who have depended upon their jobs have come to find out that though job security is not in a thing that we can depend on anymore. We just can't. How many of us have ever even thought about the fact that there is industries that have closed its doors? Can you ever imagine that industries like sports, travel, hospitality, restaurants, music was temporarily shut down? The world was shut down, ladies and gentlemen, this year. And we're still trying to climb up out of that hole as humanity, right? And we know that there's problems. Did you ever feel like you were meant to mean something more? I mean, think about it. What if there was another way? What if things could be different? What if you didn't have to depend on that 9 to 5 trading hours for dollars? What if you can absolutely make money and build wealth right from the comfort of your own home? Did you know that 85% of the people who work their jobs are not fulfilled? They're not happy. 85% of those who are employed are not happy and fulfilled at their jobs. In fact, they dread getting up in the morning. I know what you know what I'm talking about when you hit that snooze button about 7 or 8 times. And then the last time it hit, you know it, you got to face the music, got to get up, you got to get ready, and you got to go to work. Not to mention, for those of you that are stuck in traffic with rush hour, places like in Atlanta, Georgia, for an example, in Chicago and New York, can you imagine the frustration that's fuming in the minds and in the emotions of people that's stuck in traffic just to get to a job that they don't like, that they have to work because they have to survive, and then they got to go back in rush hour traffic to get home? No wonder people are living for the weekend, right? But our story here is simple. We empower people. We build better lives. We give meaning and purpose. It's why so many people are seeing success with our partner company. That's our story, folks. We believe that real change begins with positive self talk and thinking that finding success first starts within. You got to have a desire to change. If you're not happy with where you are, then you need to change where you are. Right? There's old saying that the height of insanity is to continue to do the same things in life. No, you're not happy with those results, but you expect different results, but you continue to do the same things. We've got to change what we're doing. That's the bottom line to this. You cannot continue on the next 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years and expect to be ahead in life if you continue to get the same results you've been getting in the past 5, 10, 15 years. So how would you feel if you had total control over every aspect of your life? Well, let's talk about that. How do you move from where you are in your current situation to a better situation? Well, Robert Kiyosaki, who is an international authority on financial literacy, wrote some books back in the 90s called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and the Cash Flow Quadrant. If you're not familiar with Robert Kiyosaki, look him up, Google him, go on Amazon, order his books. Trust me, you will thank me later, right? Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant. Robert Kiyosaki made his millions in real estate. He's a business owner. He has intellectual property. He started from nothing, and now he's a multimillionaire 100 times over, okay? So he came up with this concept called the cash flow quadrant. And basically, there's 4 ways that we make money, 4 different ways, right? And it's only 4, okay? Right? If you want to talk about legal, okay? But even in that, there's 4 structures to making money. You want to provide a product or service, or you want to work for a company that provides a product or a service. End of story. That's really what it is in a nutshell. And so 60% of the American population and the world population absolutely work for someone else. You are called an employee, right? You go to work, when you fill out the application, you submitted your resume, you got hired, they offered you a benefit package if you're fortunate enough to have a benefit package, right? And they told you, Joe, Sue, or whatever your name is, this is what we're going to give you in return for your hours, right? Your time that you give to our company to produce a certain amount of revenue for our company. And for you doing that, Joe or Sue, we're going to pay you this much per hour, right? And not only that, but we're going to give you vacation time. Not only that, but we're going to give you access to healthcare and the 401k and on and on and on. And it sounds great, right? And so you go and you work that job. And in times past, it used to be where you can work a job for 30 years, 40 years and retire with a pension, right? You did your part. You worked for 40 years. You gave your time to the man. And 40 years later, they give you a gold watch and you got the golden parachute and you sail off into the sunset as a retiree. Well, those days are long gone. I challenge any one of you today, right, in today's economy, to find anyone who's been working the same job for 30 or 40 years. Chances are they had to change jobs in these past 15, 20 years or more, right? Because of the economic downturns. More importantly, the people who have chosen that this is their way of making money, when they do get a chance to retire, guess what? Most of them have to keep working. Can you imagine working for a company for 40 years? Now you're 65, 70 years old, and you still have to work. Why is that, folks? It's because most people who are still trading hours for dollars don't have enough money, right, to invest for the future, to save for their retirement. They've got medical bills, they got mortgages, they got car notes, they got college education for the kids. Life happens when you're making other plans, okay? And so most of these people that work for someone else for 40 years, guess where they're at? They're at McDonald's. They're at Walmart's. They're greeting you when you come in the door. Next time you go to Walmart's, look and see what I'm talking about. These people have worked for a long time. They shouldn't have to punch a clock. Some may say, well, hey, I'm doing it because I'm bored. No, it's really not what that is. It's because they have to keep working. Do you want to be in that category is the question. Now, 35%, right? 35% of the American population and the world population are self-employed. I'm going to go back to that because I want to really cover that for you, right? They're self-employed. In other words, you have your own business. Maybe you own a barber shop. Maybe you own a beauty shop. Maybe you own lawn care. Maybe you're a doctor or an attorney, right? And that's cool. 35% are self-employed. But the problem is, if you don't go to work, you don't get paid. You don't necessarily have a benefit package attached. You got to work all of it out. You have to deal with all of the overhead, the costs and expenses of running your business. Now all of that's on you. Okay. And so now you have all of this added burden and stress to keep your business running, but you have to be there in order to make it happen. You also have to be there in order to get paid if you're an employee, right? So those are where 95% of the world population earn their income. You're either employed or self-employed, 95%. But did you know that 95% of the world population only share in 5% of the world's wealth? 95% share in only 5% of the world's wealth. So here's the option. Here's the alternative. How about becoming a business owner or an investor? 4% of the world population make their income by owning a business. A business is a business that is a set up system where the business owner makes money whether or not he or she are present. They make money while they're sleeping. Classic example. Let's say you own the McDonald's franchise, right? You spend millions of dollars to get that McDonald's franchise. Well, McDonald's has a system, right? And it is a duplicatable system. Anytime you go to a McDonald's, more times than not, what are you going to find? You're going to find the drive-through to the left, the fry machine to the left. You're going to see where they drop off the burgers right in the center, and the shake machine, right? It's set up pretty much the same way, right? So franchise owners, what they do is they go and they hire managers to run the business for them. And that manager hires employees. And so employees work around the clock. The manager works around the clock, and the business owner earns the proceeds after they pay off their overhead. That is a system that's put in place by a business owner to where he or she can make money while they're sleeping. Okay. The 1% of the world population are investors. In other words, their money works for them. Investors invest in things like stocks and bonds and mutual funds and gold and silver and Bitcoin, and they make them, and private placement investments, private placement memorandum investments. These high-end investors, they're earning 10, 20, 30, 40%, 60%, 100%, or even greater on their money. Their money is working for them. Did you know that money doesn't require a benefit package? Did you know that money don't ask for vacations? Money will work for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week if you know how to invest. So what we are proposing to you is that instead of being on the 95% side, get on the 5% side where you can participate and share in 95% of the world's entire wealth. This side of the quadrant, a business owner / investor, gets to enjoy 95% of the entire wealth of the world. So which side would you choose to be on? I think it's pretty obvious. So let's talk about the great wealth transfer. How can we help you to get to the point where you are an investor, where your money is working for you? You're learning how to multiply your money. Now, have you ever wondered what in the world is the foreign exchange market and how many zeros are in the trillion? Well, let me tell you, there's 12 zeros in $1 trillion, 12 zeros. And the foreign exchange market, that is the industry, that is the market we're talking about, is generating over $6 trillion every single day in volume. Now, I said earlier that this market is 20 times, over 20 times larger than the stock market. The stock market generates around 240 to 280 billion dollars a day. That's a lot of money. I'm sure you would agree. But wouldn't you rather be able to participate in the world's largest financial market, generating over $6 trillion a day, a market that's open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week worldwide? This is where the banks multiply our deposits. This is where large institutional investors multiply their money. This is where you and I have the opportunity to multiply our money, a market you can exchange in without owning any physical money. Yes, this is a digital exchange that we're talking about, where you can do this from your phone, your laptop, your computer, your iPad, or your tablet. Welcome to digital currencies. That's another part of what we want to talk about today. What are digital currencies? We're talking about a market that's growing towards $1 trillion, a market that came and emerged in 2009 and just over 10 years old. And this market is now sweeping the globe. We're at almost $1 trillion in market share. We're talking about things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple. You probably heard of it. Did you know that you can now make purchases every day using this digital currency called Bitcoin? Everywhere. You can even buy a cup of coffee at Starbucks with Bitcoin. There are people that's buying homes and cars with Bitcoin. It has now become a new commodity, in the world, where you can now trade in this market without owning any physical money. Now, who is our partner company? We're talking about a company named I Am Mastery Academy. I Am Mastery Academy opened its doors on July 4th, 2013, and we're now 7 years old. I Am Mastery Academy started off with an idea, right? Starting off with a dream to help simplify the markets and teach individuals like you and I how to trade for profit right from the comfort of our own home. I Am Mastery Academy is the largest online educational platform in the world with over 300,000 students, over 200 master traders and educators that you can gain access to right from the comfort of your own home. We also have our other academy called High Frequency Academy. This is where you're trading very fast in what we call the binary options market, one of the fastest emerging markets in the history of mankind. And we have master traders that will teach you how to trade for profit and make money in literal minutes. That's correct, folks. Within minutes, you can pay your mortgage. Within minutes, you can pay your light bill. Within minutes, you can fund your retirement. The digital currency market, as we spoke of earlier, talking about Bitcoin, we have an academy for it. All of this is online through I Am Mastery Academy. And then our final academy is what we call the Home-Based Business Academy. This is where you can become a business owner in addition to becoming an investor, learning how to multiply your money, and then learning how to use what we call OPM, other people's money, to continue to multiply your money. Write this down if you're taking notes. The greatest wealth strategy known to mankind is to leverage your time and to leverage your money. How do you do that? OPM and OPE, right? OPM, other people's money. How can you build a business where you're getting paid whether you're up or not, making money while you sleep, and then taking that money, that residual income that you're generating, and use that money to multiply your money, to make more money, and the cycle continues. This is what we're talking about with I Am Mastery Academy. We have access to well over 100, close to over 200 educators 24 hours a day, where you can connect, collaborate, ask, learn, and succeed in this online educational platform. You're going to learn from the best. We've got the best top master traders who are very successful in currency trading, cryptocurrency trading, high frequency binary options trading, and yes, in business building models, right? We have live mentorship. designed around your busy life and schedule. No matter what your work schedule is, you can come home from work and tap into the world's largest financial market and utilize our strategies and our proprietary software that will help you to identify trade entry points where you can profit from the market, right? And even if you're not at home, we'll send you updates and trade ideas right through your phone through an app. We have Gold Cup, Swipe Trades, and Swipe Coin. Yes, that's correct, folks. Can you copy and paste? We can send you a trade idea wherever you are. You open up your app, open up that trade idea, and at your discretion, you can take that trade and never miss an opportunity to make profit. Our Hello Sender choose from several products and academies to help you with your trading ideas. This is a lifetime skill, ladies and gentlemen, that once you learn it, no one can take it from you. I don't care what your background is, don't care what your educational background is, it doesn't matter what your social economic background is, you can trade from profit every single day in this market. And we have success stories that are reaching way past the thousands. We have way too many people that are succeeding in currency trading through this IM Mastery Academy online trading educational platform. Way too many to mention. Okay, you can go to www.alerts4cash, ALERTS number 4cash.com, and you can see a testimonial video with literally hundreds and thousands of people from all over the world, folks. Every color, every creed, every background that's making money with IM Mastery Academy. All right. So what does it cost? What is your entry cost or investment to have access to this online trading educational platform? Well, we have the Foreign Exchange Education Mastery Academy for a one-time startup cost of $234.95 and a monthly tuition of $174.95. Ladies and gentlemen, for a cup of coffee a day at Starbucks, less than a cup of coffee a day, you're going to tap into the world's largest online educational platform and learn a lifetime skill that can set you free for the rest of your life. Pure and simple. Okay. We also have the HFX High Frequency Binary Options Academy, where you can choose to trade binary options. And that academy is on fire as well, with a startup investment of $234.95 and a monthly tuition of $174.95. Our digital currency market and our education is second to none. We are showing you how to trade for profit every day. We're going to send you trade ideas, and we're going to tell you which cryptocurrencies to invest in for the long term. Ladies and gentlemen, did you not know that Bitcoin right now is hovering around $11,000 a coin? Back in 2013, Bitcoin was less than $100 a coin, and already it's over $11,000. Had you invested $100 back in 2013, that one-time $100 investment will be worth over $11,000 today. Experts predict that Bitcoin will reach towards the masses of $100,000 per coin within the next 2 years. Let me say that again. Experts from all around the world predict that Bitcoin, the new digital currency, will be worth in excess of $100,000 per coin. Bitcoin is at a limited access because only 21 million Bitcoins will be available worldwide in the lifetime of Bitcoin, right? You have an opportunity right now to buy pieces of Bitcoin and be able to invest and hold for the long term for you and your family. And that's just one out of thousands of cryptocurrencies. You're going to learn about that through the Digital Currency Education Mastery Academy for $234.95 one-time investment, $174.95. Or if you are ambitious and motivated like most are and myself, then you will invest in the Elite package, which gives you access to all three, right, academies. That's right, folks. You're going to have access to everything. You're going to get your cum laude degree, right, in cryptocurrency trading, forex trading, binary options trading when you invest in the Elite package for a one-time startup of $324.95 and $274.95 a month in tuition. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to school. No, this is not the University of Phoenix. No, this is not an online academy that's just teaching you the basics about a skill set. We're talking about a skill set that can literally set you and your family free for the rest of your life. It is unlike anything we've ever seen, right? And then, of course, we have our proprietary software and other additional products that you can invest in to show you how to enter the market, how to trade for profit. But what if I told you that there was a way that you can get this where we have what we call the 2 and Free built-in tuition-free program? This is a scholarship program, right, that I Am Mastery Academy is making available to the masses. I Am Mastery Academy chose not to take out big ads and $1 million ads on TV and commercial ads and Super Bowl ads. No, they're not doing any of that. What I Am Mastery Academy said is, look, we want to give back to those who help us to build our company. And so for you coming in as a customer, as a student of I Am Mastery Academy, should you choose to refer 2 people, 2 of your friends, 2 of your coworkers, 2 of your family members, right, who also want to learn this lifetime skill, guess what? As long as they stay active, your tuition is waived thereafter. Just 2 referrals who become active with I Am Mastery Academy, and ladies and gentlemen, you have a tuition-free academy that you have access to learn a lifetime skill and learn how to trade like the banks do every single day. This is the most powerful platform where you're going to see the great wealth transfer as it's taking place literally all over the world. Now, as an option, and again, I emphasize as an option, remember, we want you to be able to participate and become a business owner and an investor. But even if you choose not to participate on this side of the company, believe me when I tell you, when you learn this lifetime skill of trading, folks, I mean, you're going to be able to do some things and afford a lifestyle that most people only dream of. But we also want to recognize those who are entrepreneurial, those who want to participate on this side of the company as well. You want to be an investor and a business owner. So I Am Mastery Academy has created the IBO Academy, where you're going to be able to participate in a compensation plan, which quite honestly, I tell you folks, when you understand the power of OPM, other people's money, and being able to utilize this compensation plan simply by referring other people. Because, you know, every day, folks, we do this. We tell people about a good restaurant. We tell people about, you know, a good band, a good song. Go online, go to Spotify and download this song. We do it by nature, right? We always refer and promote other things, other products, other people, but we never get compensated for it. How would you like to be compensated for doing what you already do anyway? You're learning a lifetime skill. You're learning how to trade in the world's largest financial market. You're learning how to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum and Ripple. You're saving, you're investing. You're now preparing yourself with a solid 12 to 18 month plan that will set you up for life. Now you just want to help somebody else to do the same, because there are millions, and again, I say millions and billions of people right now who are dying for an opportunity. They're begging for someone to share them, give them a lifeline so they can get out of the hole that they're in right now because of all that has happened in these past several years, right? And so you have the ability to participate in the most lucrative compensation plan really I've ever seen in my lifetime, right? And so when someone that you refer signs up for either one of these academies, whether it's the Forex Academy, the High Frequency Academy, the Digital Currency Academy, or if they decide to sign up for the Elite Academy, where they have access to all 3 of these academies, you're going to get a one-time sign-up bonus of $25 or $50, depending on which package that they choose, okay? But in addition to that, you're going to now participate in the multiple streams of income side of I Am Mastery Academy. In other words, you're going to get mailbox money, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Should you decide to become an independent business owner through I Am Mastery Academy, they're going to pay you handsomely. These are for personal referrals. Okay. You sign up 3 people. You refer 3 people, just 3, who also want to learn how to trade in the world's most powerful financial markets. I Am Mastery Academy is going to pay you $150 a month. That's $37.50 a week. That will help offset the cost of your tuition should you become an IBO. But guess what, folks? Through just the process of referrals, let's just use as an example of the 3 people you referred 3 each. At that point, you become what we call a Platinum 600. That means I Am Mastery Academy is going to pay you $600 a month, $150 a week. Now, if I were to stop right there, all right, how many of you all can go to your job tomorrow and ask for your boss to give you a $7,200 a year raise? If you're one of those people, then let me encourage you to go ahead and do that tomorrow. Go to your boss and say, look, I'm worth it. I need a $7,200 a year raise right now. Let's see what your boss says to you. Or you can choose this option here. Become a part of the I Am Mastery Academy model. Refer 3 people, help them refer 3 each. You now have just given yourself a $7,200 a year raise. Now, folks, the average family could avoid bankruptcy if they were just making an extra $600 a month. Did you know that? The average family could avoid bankruptcy if they were just making an extra $600 a month. Just by you referring a few people who referred a few people, you now can avoid bankruptcy. Isn't that powerful? And you can take it a step further, because guess what? Those 3 refer 3. Now you've got 30 people that are part of your business model. You didn't get them all. You just referred a few who referred a few. And just through the process of the referral dynamic, you now become a Platinum 1000. Ladies and gentlemen, you now have given yourself a $12,000 a year raise. But here's what's exciting about this, right? What we will recommend that you do, ladies and gentlemen, is take that $1,000 a month, right, minus your tuition cost of $200, right? You have a net positive cash flow of $800 a month that you don't have to get up and punch a time clock for. What do we suggest you do with that money, with that extra money? Well, the first thing we're going to tell you to do is trade with it. In other words, we want you to trade risk-free. You're not using your own money to trade. You're going to use I Am Mastery Academy's money to multiply your money. Now, if that's not a wealth strategy, I don't know what is, okay? You no longer have personal risk. You're using I Am Mastery Academy money to make money. You're using I Am Mastery Academy money to buy Bitcoin, to buy Ripple, to buy Ethereum, Litecoin, on and on and on, right? And so we're helping individuals to pay off their debts. We're helping people learn to trade. We're helping people save money. We're helping people change their lives. I Am Mastery Academy is here to stay. We will become a billion-dollar company within the next 12 to 24 months. Question, we're already generating well over $400 million a year. That's $40 million a month in revenue. And I just wanted to just really emphasize to you all the importance of learning this lifetime skill, because when you learn the true power of what we call compound interest, right? Compounding your money, such to the point where when you compound your money, ladies and gentlemen, it grows over time. Think about this. Every single person who has a credit card, who has a car loan, who has a mortgage, who have student loans, guess what? The banks are charging you interest on that money that they lent to you. Did you know that if a person just paid the minimum balance on a credit card balance, so let's just say $1,000, it would take you almost 30 years to pay off that? $1,000, just paying the minimum balance every month. Why? Because they're charging you interest on that money that they lent you. So instead of you paying interest, earn interest on your money. Look at this example right here, folks. Let's say you started off with an account of $500. And what we're going to do here in I Am Mastery Academy is the moment you sign up with us, within 72 hours, we're going to get you into the markets. We're going to get you into the markets and start helping you to trade for profit. Now, past profits don't guarantee future results. We're not making any guarantees. But what we can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is if you follow our system, if you learn this lifetime skill, we're going to help develop you into the profitable currency trader where you can trade at will and make money and multiply your money just like the banks do. So if you had a $500 account, let's say you started off with, And let's just use a low balance of, say, 2 to 3 or even 4% a day that you're going to make on your money. Over the course of 300 days, we want you to start slow and build your wealth one trade at a time. $500, a 4% return on $500, that's $20. Okay. Now watch what happens, ladies and gentlemen. You started with 500. Your goal every day is to make approximately 4% on your money. Now, most people might say, Andre, is that even possible? Who's making 4% a day on their money? And the answer is currency traders. The banks are making that and then some on your money. Why not you? Why not you? You can do it. And we're going to show you how through I Am Mastery Academy. And through the course of time, through this hypothetical example here, you're watching your money compound, compound, compound to the point where every day you're starting to see your profits grow, your account balance grow, grow, grow. This is not an amortization schedule of a mortgage. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your brokerage account. Okay. This is your personal brokerage account that you're going to trade in. I Am Mastery Academy, we do not trade money for people. We teach you how to trade for yourself independently. That's a lifetime skill that once you learn, no one will be able to take from you. Are you noticing how over time your money can grow, 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 grow? And we'll just stop right here. Look at what can happen starting with $500, potentially what can happen by November 30th. Can you imagine making $364 a day? Right from your phone, right from your computer. Ladies and gentlemen, we have people making that and then some times 1,000. Okay. I'm not going to make any income claims here. Again, past profits don't guarantee future results. But what we can definitely tell you is, should you decide to learn this lifetime skill, okay, you too can live in that realm of possibility. I would tell anyone and everyone, when you engage into this arena here, we want you to understand that it's a marathon, not a sprint. Trading is a marathon, not a sprint. You're not going to win on every trade, but we're going to help you get to a percentage point where you're trading at 70%, 80%, even probably upwards towards close to 90% accuracy. That means 7 to 8 or 9 out of every 10 trades that we teach you to do, you're going to win on. And ladies and gentlemen, what you're going to do with that money is let it compound, compound, compound until you reach your financial goal, to where you can literally sit home in minutes and make enough money to pay all of your bills and make more money in one trade than most people make in a month or even a year. That's right. You heard it correct. We've got people making more money in one trade than most people make in an entire year. Okay. We want to help you to do the same. So get back with the person that invited you to this call, or better yet, go to www.alerts4cash.com, alerts4cash.com, and find out how you can now plug into this great platform called I Am Mastery Academy and learn how to get involved with the great wealth transfer. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Andre Hayden, your host. It has been my pleasure to share this information with you. I hope and pray that this is something that has been informative and that will help you and your family to better your personal economic situation. God bless you all and have a great night.